England Explorers greets and welcomes you all. Gather your water wings and let's dive in deep water. Don't you worry, we are not actually going to dive in. Rather, we are going to study chapter number 3 of your Flamingo book named as Deep Water. As always, I am going to emphasize on the title because I believe stronger understanding of the chapter comes when you know the title really well. That word deep has a deeper meaning. It is not just for the depth of the water or the extension of the water beneath. Rather, it is for that deep rooted fear of water that rules the life of our author, who is William O. Douglas. O is for Orville. This is an autobiographical excerpt taken from his book Of Men and Mountains. I know you are in grade 12 and you must be well versed with the difference between autobiographical and biographical account, but as a teacher, I feel it is my duty to help you revise. Autobiographical is when a person writes about himself or herself, like William O. Douglas is the author of the story and also the main character. However, biographical is when a person writes about somebody else's life and experiences, right? How does the story start? William O. Douglas shares his experience that when he was around 3 or 4 years old, he had accompanied his father to a beach in California where a strong wave of water pushed him down and he felt as if he would drown. His father, who was present there, took it very lightly, but that overpowering wave left an overwhelming fear in our author's head and hearts. You are going to tell me what is that one word substitution for fear of water bodies. I'll wait for it, and if not, then I would reveal it in my upcoming video. Okay, coming back to the story, he got too scared and stayed away from the water for many years. But when he turned 10 or maybe 11, he decided to overcome it and join some, pool. His mother, like every other mother, would recount all the drowning incidents that had happened in the Yakima River. Of course, he was not going to learn swimming in the Yakima River. He planned to join a pool named as YMCA, where Y stands for young, M for men's, C for Christian, A for association. It is not given in the NCERT, but I think my kids should know it. That is why you'll be called as my kids. Okay, so it was his first day and he was too scared, very conscious about his lean body, very conscious to go naked into the water, but still, he carried on, he embarked on his learning. And then, how did he learn? He learned by copying other boys. He used learning by seeing approach. He would do it, he would copy them like 2, 3 times each day on different days. He would go and swim, and he was about to feel comfortable with the water. One day, when he had gone to the pool, he found that nobody was around. It was all quiet. The water was crystal clear and he was bit scared to go alone, so he decided to wait and sit at the edge of the pool. While he was sitting there, a boy who was around 18-year-old with a good physique pushed him down. He threw him down into the water, not knowing that he is not aware of swimming. William went into the water in a sitting position and he was dead scared. But he used his wits and planned a strategy that when he would touch the floor of the pool, he would make a big jump and come up like a cork on the surface of the water. He would lie flat and then paddle and come to the edge of the pool. He thought it to be very easy, but it was not easy. He tried it once, twice, and even thrice, but failed every time. His lungs were bursting, his head was throbbing, his legs were all paralyzed. When he would roar for the help, nothing could be heard. When he tried to see around, nothing could be seen. He could only see the pale water. But what he knows is, or what he knew later was only the blur, vision that somebody from the pool and that boy took him out of the water and he was taken to the locker room. But that incident was so dangerous for him, it was so frightening that he stayed away from all the activities, water activities that he wanted to do. He wanted to swim, he wanted to learn canoeing, he wanted to do fishing, but he could do nothing. Finally, in the month of October, like somewhere in October, he decided to confront his fear and he thought of taking some professional help, so he hired an instructor for himself. Now, this instructor, step by step, taught him the art of swimming. He put a belt around his waist and it was further attached to a rope. The instructor would release the rope and the author would go deep down into the water. He also taught him how to breathe in water, inhaling and exhaling. Exhale by putting your face down into the water, lift your nose and inhale. He even guided him how to paddle further in the water. This way, all of this, which started from the month of October, lasted till the month of April, which was around 6 months. Then the instructor felt confident that William O. Douglas would be able to swim independently. However, our author was still not satisfied and he practiced and practiced from the month of April till July, which is like 4 months. When he finally felt that he is all ready to face his fear, to challenge it, he stood at the Gilbert Peak and shouted, which further echoed back. And that is how he finally came out of his fear of water bodies, his fear that took place in his childhood days. He even mentioned in the story the quote of one of his friends who was American President Franklin D. Roosevelt that all we have to fear is the fear itself. And this reminds me of one of the quotes of your or the mantras of your beverage, which is डर के आगे जीत है. Victory lies beyond fear. You're going to tell me which carbonated drink, uses this as their tagline or maybe mantra. And this story inspires us that we really can come out of any difficult situation with the help of our sheer determination, patience, and of course, the help from some good guide. That is how the story comes to its end. If you like it, if you are able to understand what I said in the story, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting my channel and listening to me. Thank you.